Good morning, everybody. This is Danny back from Deep South Homestead with Miss Wanda here with me. We are in the high tunnel here this morning, the one that has all the trees in it and stuff. Today is harvest day. We're going to go through both high tunnels today and maybe a little bit outside. And we're going to be harvesting stuff here. Kind of give you guys a little bit about what it's like to eat fresh all the time at Deep South Homestead. Now in here we have our, this is a new Empress Peach. This came from Grower Solutions. This is a Dwarf peach. This tree is 2 years old. It bore last year and it bore this year. And today, guys, is the day when the peaches are ready. I came out this morning and checked them, and look at this. That has got to be the prettiest peaches we've ever grown. I mean, they're blemish free.
How do you check them?
I just take my finger and mash in them a little bit. If they're soft, I take them off the tree. And you can actually take them a little bit before they're soft and take them in the house and let them ripen. We just had so much going on. We just haven't had a chance to actually harvest them ahead of time. But I like for them to get ripe on the tree. If they get ripe on the tree, it seems like they have a better taste to them. Now, this one I'm being real careful with because I feel it's soft. I don't want no bruises or anything like that. I mean,
and our trees in the field aren't this close.
Oh no, the trees in the field, the peaches are half this size and they're still green.
And usually we've picked by now.
Oh yeah, we've usually picked by now. But that's the beauty of these high tunnels, guys. Look at this. I mean, we're probably going to do more of this in the high tunnels. We're going to try to see if we can't ramp up our peaches.
Our peach production.
Yeah.
Because we like peaches.
We love peaches. And especially when you can raise them in the South and you don't have bugs all over them and stuff like that. And these have not been sprayed with anything. They are literally just, I would call them basically almost an organic peach. I mean, they had a little bit of fertilizer put to them, but other than that.
They need fertilizer.
Yeah, they got to have fertilizer.
They got to have that.
Yeah.
But that is awesome. And y'all, the smell of these peaches and the taste of them are phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Look at that. And I know that's not a lot, but for a little dwarf peach here that's only 2 years old in the high tunnel, I think that's pretty good.
Now, one of the others has peaches on it. They're not ready.
They're not ready. I've got them, boy. They're
right up there. Let's see.
There it is. There's one right up here.
It's hard to see them with the leaves, but it's not ready.
Not ready yet. And
there's several on that tree.
This is an Empress also, and we are, you know, we're probably going to go back with the Empress Dwarf Peach, a lot more of them, because we're experimenting with the Red Haven. This is the Empress, and it seems like the Empress is producing a lot faster at a smaller age in these containers than the other peaches are. So that's probably going to be our go-to peach for having peaches here in the high tunnels. All right, guys, this is one of our banana peppers here, and we're gonna get a couple of them off of here. Look at that. And get it without, look at,
these are two plants you added this year. You raised these from seeds.
These were raised from seeds, this year.
What was this one?
Both of them banana peppers.
That was too, it just hadn't.
Yeah, got a little grasshopper there wanting to come in here. Actually, this squash plant was so big that it took over the peppers, and it kind of stunted them back a little bit. But now that the squash has done growed out, and it's done growed along the floor here, Miss Wanda came out a while ago. I was picking squash, and she got all over me because we hadn't filmed it.
So we got a couple of squash.
I got a couple of squash off of it. I'll show you, but I didn't get them picked. And this is not part of the harvest, but it's going to be. Look at the garlic. This is elephant garlic.
Yeah, our grandkids dug this up and put it on here, and look at this.
Look at it. It's ready. It's ready to be took off of here and took inside because it has dried now.
Plus all this Malabar. We can harvest off Malabar anytime.
Anytime. Look at. I have big hands, and look at this. That Malabar is the same size as my hand. That's almost unheard of in Malabar.
Yeah, usually the leaves are about this size.
Yes.
That's usually the biggest leaf, and you see the difference.
All right, guys, these are the yellow Marconis. Now, I come out here, and I've already pulled one off here. I'm not going to let them go till they turn yellow because I will let some eventually for seed. But look at this. These things, if you don't keep your peppers kind of picked, they will quit producing. And we don't want that to happen because we love our peppers. And I'm going to lay them on top of the peaches. They're not heavy enough to bruise them or anything. We've got a couple more over here. One right here. Another one right here. I think I'm going to leave the smaller ones and let them get a little bit bigger. These are going to be really nice. We got one right here.
It's kind of funky looking.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a twisted up end on it there. But now these are 2-year-old plants. Last year these things growed all the way to the ceiling in the high tone. Ms. Wanda came in here and whacked them off and left them all winter. Now we didn't cover them, we didn't protect them or nothing. They went through them hard freezes and everything and came back out, guys, and they're already producing like crazy. Now this is not our first peppers off of it. We've been eating off of them already. It's just that today is the big day for the harvest of them peppers. As we come through here, we have these little small few strawberries here we got from Grower Solutions. And this is kind of our, we call this our snack place. While we're in the high tone, we'll come through here and we'll reach down and like we get these little strawberries in here. These all get transferred this fall. Now I'll show you a prime example right here. Look at that. You see that little slug on it right there? They love strawberries. We've learned to take them things up off the ground. If you can get them strawberries up off the ground, I'm probably going to grow them on row cover or ground cover next year, like it's on the floor right here. I'll burn a hole in it and plant the strawberries on top of them. And that'll probably be a better way for us to grow strawberries in the future. All right, here's another banana pepper that Ms. Wanda left from last year. She cut it off, and it's come back and starting to produce again. It's got some nice little banana peppers on it there. Okay, these are the red roasters. We try to get them off of here. If I can get it where I can get a hold of it.
We're not letting them turn red either, not now.
Not right now. I'm having,
let me hold this.
You have to hold that. I got these strawberries in my hand. I don't want to mash them. There we go. Broke the leaf off, but that's okay. Got one red roaster there. Yeah, I just don't like for it to get too overloaded. If it gets overloaded, they have a tendency to not want to produce like they need to. And these are great for stir fry or just eating raw. We eat them with our meals raw a lot of times.
And stuffed.
And yeah, they do, and stuffed is correct. I think I'm gonna probably
look at that. Already peaches and peppers and strawberries.
And strawberries. All right, we're at that point now. I ate asparagus yesterday, but I see one sticking up here. We're gonna get that little spear out of there and lay it in there. We have like 3 or 4 asparagus beds. Got a snail on. Eat him.
That was not good.
That was good. Those things are so good though.
Snail and all, huh?
Snail and all. The beauty of a homegrown strawberry, it may be small, but the flavor of it is so intense. It's nothing like a store-bought. I mean,
Yeah.
this one little tiny strawberry has probably 10 times the flavor of one of the big old giant ones in the store.
Well worth the effort.
It's well worth it. I already pulled 2 squashes off, and there's one that got on to me because the camera wasn't on. So we're going to get this other one here. That is one plant goes all the way back into yonder. That thing must be, what, 10 feet long now? And then you look way down yonder.
That's another couple of plants.
That's a couple of plants down there. Done completely took that place over down there.
Plus
probably,
a Cherokee tan.
Oh, Lord, the Cherokee tan is like
now we have
huge.
one tomato I see under there. Do you want to get it? It's turning.
Let me see if I can get over there.
This is the problem now. We have
Yeah.
no walkways anymore.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
That is a perfect...
That's one of my Cherokee purple
Look at
tomatoes.
that. That's beautiful.
Right in front of you.
One right here, a smaller one. That one.
It's small, but it's pretty.
It's still a good tomato, though.
Cherokee tan's taking over the greenhouse.
Yeah. These Cherokee purples are beautiful.
Look at this. You have to peek over the leaves.
Got to peek over the leaves. There's another one right beside. I'm going to go ahead and get it because it's starting to turn.
Yeah. One in front of you. Starting to turn down there.
It's not quite enough.
You gonna leave it a little longer?
Leave it a little longer. And what I like looking at is, even though I'm looking in here, look at the Cherokee tan pumpkins up in there hiding, guys. Look at that big old Cherokee tan pumpkin hiding up there. That's amazing. Them things just hanging all up in here. Here's the one thing. You know, last year we planted 3 plants. Got close to 400 pickling cucumbers off of it. Big old cucumbers. So we decided this year we'll do the market more. It's a big slicing cucumber. We figured, maybe it probably won't produce near as much, you know. So we put 3 plants in here. And guys, we're sick of cucumbers. I mean, literally, this thing, I mean, look at this.
I can only eat one a day.
I mean, these things, I mean, we've give cucumbers away. We've eat cucumbers. I mean,
The refrigerator's full of cucumbers.
Refrigerator's full of cucumbers. I mean, we don't even want cucumbers
There's one
now.
right in front of you.
Oh, Lord, another one hanging back in there.
And then one down at the bottom down there, or 2 down there at the bottom.
Look under here. One thing I don't like about the market more, you got to slide them little stickers off of them. Look at that. And then I see one sitting here looking at me, laying on this here. I'm going to let it.
It's not done yet.
It's not quite big enough. I got to get past this squash plant here.
Another one of these monstri. He ain't planting squash in my
Nope.
greenhouse no more.
No more squash in the high tunnel. Here's one back here. And a lot of people wonder how you can grow cucumbers in a high tunnel if you don't have any pollinators. Well, we opened the door up during the day, and the pollinators are waiting on us. They just come rushing in here to pollinate this thing.
It's like they stand at the door and wait.
Yeah, they do.
And look at the sunflower behind him. That one plant has over 20 sunflower heads on it. It is amazing.
It's amazing.
And that's from, both of these are from Hoss Tools. The cucumbers and the sunflowers. There's one more right there. Is it big enough?
It's not quite big enough. See several still hanging in here that's not quite there.
But I mean, isn't that amazing? It's done went on the roof and started across the, it's 8 foot plus. So we're looking at 9 to 10 foot right now.
That's done headed across. It's going to probably go on across.
You need to push that side you've got right where you're at up on you. If you don't, it's going to head down your wood. So that makes it even longer. Look at that. That's amazing.
Amazing. All right. All right, guys. So there we go.
Let's move outside.
Move outside and get the next things. This is the blueberry tomato. This is a cherry tomato. It is of the Indigo series.
These little babies are beautiful.
We got one right here that's ready. You got to be really particular when you pick these. You want them to be as red. Now this one could have went just another day, I believe, but it'll ripen. They come off so easy when they're ripe. If they ain't ripe, they ain't coming off very easy. Look at that, boy.
The leaves in the way on that one, but I can see you're picking.
Yeah, we got to get rid of. See, this is one thing we have to watch when we go through here. Is you see these insect damage on your leaves? We try to get all that off. Because this is outside. Virtually impossible out here without spraying something.
And these look like trees now. These are just amazing. This is a very prolific tomato. You can pull a lot of leaves off and it's still going to kick it and go. We had them in our barn greenhouse one winter and they just went to town everywhere in the barn greenhouse.
And plus, getting some of the leaves out, it helps with the airflow. And these tomatoes will not turn blackish purple colored unless the sun can hit them.
And y'all, that's not weeds that he's got all around the tomato plants. These are carrots. We're going to harvest some carrots too. Plus, look at my sunflowers. They came up volunteer. A couple of them have bloomed. One over there, and it's got a bunch of heads on it. This one's bloomed, and it's got a lot of heads. The chickens love the sunflowers when they dry.
Guys, we are saving seed from the blueberries.
Yes, we will be saving seed. But isn't that gorgeous?
Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
They're just a pretty tomato with a bluish top to them, and they look blue on the vine.
More sun, more purple they become. We got to thin these carrots out a little bit more. We like to, we feed some to the chickens. That's just not what we call an ample, good carrot. But the other ones, we'll use to make our little carrot stuff out of. And look at that. Those are so nice.
I guess if I put my hand side of it, that's the size they are. So they're pretty good size. They look little from up way where I had the camera, but they're not that little.
Well, they're not that little. I mean,
no, these are these Corotas?
Yeah, these are the Corotas. And you can't necessarily go by the size of the top because the Corota will fool you. You'll think you got a really huge carrot and you really won't. And when you see them start getting them little roots like this on them right here, that means it's time for them to come out, guys. Because if you don't, they'll start getting bitter on you.
Nice carrots, and Danny's going to have carrot salad soon.
We planted them in amongst the tomatoes because they actually benefit the tomatoes. Not only do they make a good ground cover, they're very beneficial to the tomatoes. And the tomatoes are beneficial to the carrots. The maggot fly that comes to the carrot is kind of tricked by the tomato. And see how big that top is? It's as big as that ones are. But look, you'll get a little carrot like that every so often. This is our spaghetti squash. We had 5 plants here. We've already harvested the ones that was on this end down here. These are what's left. So we're going to take now, the spaghetti squash season's over for us here in the Deep South. We're going to cut the stem as long as we can get it. They got some sand on them, but we'll wipe all that off in a little while. I'll just let Ms. Wanda put that over to the side. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here.
And we already harvested, what, 8 or 10?
Yeah, we've already harvested quite a few. This is part of our harvest this morning. We still have to go to 2 more fields and get the tomatoes out of them. We have the Amish paste, the celebrities and the celebrity pluses we got to go get. Guys, this right here is mostly, you know, this is high tunnel. This is all the high tunnel. This is the carrots right out here next to the blue tomatoes here. And then we have our spaghetti squash and stuff. And I think that's a pretty good haul for the morning here. And then plus we're fixing to probably go load up a whole bunch more tomatoes to go with these. So living the life in the Deep South is wonderful, especially when you have the high tunnels to grow food in. Thank you, Grower Solution, for actually making these kits for us to get to be able to put these things together, because it has made our ability to grow our food so much easier than anything we've ever experienced here in the Deep South. So, guys, we got to go get busy. Thank you for watching us, and stay with us throughout the rest of the week because we have a lot more coming up that might interest you. Thank you, guys, from Deep South Homestead. These are our Cherokee yellow wax beans. We are letting these go to seed. We've already harvested and canned all that we want to can off of them. Now we're letting them go to seed. I mean, every plant.
And they're still blooming.
Oh, they're still blooming. Yeah, once they make their seed, I mean, you look at a little old plant like this one. Look at that. We're just letting all of them go to seed. And they don't tell how many pounds of seed I'm going to have down through here. A little old plant like that. Look at that. All them seeds.